Welcome back to Storywise. Today we are going to follow a story. A story of a typical day for a university student. Let's call her Sarah. Sarah is a student just like many of you. Her day starts early, but it is not always easy. My alarm clock rings at 6:30 a.m., Sarah says. I hear the sound, but I don't want to move. I hit the snooze button twice. Finally, I get up. I feel a bit sleepy. The first thing I do is open the window. I like to feel the fresh air on my face. Then I go to the kitchen. I don't eat a big breakfast. I just have a cup of coffee and a piece of toast. While I drink my coffee, I check my schedule on my phone. I want to see my classes for today. Then, I go to the bathroom. I wash my face and brush my teeth. I choose my clothes. I like to wear something comfortable. Usually it is just jeans and a t-shirt. I put my books in my bag. I am ready to go. Sarah lives a bit far from the university. I leave my house at 7:45 a.m., she says. I walk to the bus stop. It takes about 10 minutes. I see the same people every morning. Sometimes the bus is late. I feel a little stressed. When the bus arrives, I find a seat near the window. During the ride, I put on my headphones. I listen to English stories or my favorite music. The bus ride takes 30 minutes. I look at the streets and the shops. It is my time to think and relax before the busy day starts. Finally, the bus stops at the university gates. I see many students walking quickly. The campus is very big. I head to my first lecture hall. The first class starts at 9 a.m. Today, my first class is biology, Sarah explains. The hall is full of students. It is very quiet. The professor starts talking. I open my notebook. I try to take notes of everything important. Sometimes the professor speaks very fast. I have to focus very hard. My friend Layla sits next to me. We don't talk during the class. We are serious students. At 10:30, the class finishes. We have a 15-minute break. We go outside to get some fresh air. We talk about the lesson. It was a bit difficult today, but I like learning new things about science. Sarah has a gap between her classes. I don't go home during the break, she says. I go to the university library. The library is my favorite place. It is very calm and peaceful. I find a small table in the corner. I open my laptop. I need to do some research for my project. I search for books and articles. I stay in the library for 2 hours. It is the best time for deep work. I don't look at my phone. I put it on silent mode. I feel very productive when I am in the library. Sometimes I see other students sleeping on their books. We are all tired, but we want to succeed. At 1 p.m. it is time for lunch. I meet my friends at the university cafeteria, Sarah says. The cafeteria is very noisy and crowded. We stand in a long line to get our food. I usually have a sandwich and an apple. We sit together at a big table. We laugh and share stories about our weekend. We don't talk about study now. We just want to enjoy our time. My friends come from different cities. I like hearing about their lives. Lunchtime is the best part of my social life at university. It makes me feel happy and less lonely. The day continues. Sarah has 2 more classes. The afternoon classes are a bit harder, she admits. I feel a little tired after lunch. I have an English class at 2 p.m. I love this class. We practice speaking and listening. The teacher is very kind. She helps us with our mistakes. We work in groups. We discuss different topics. Today, we talked about our future dreams. I want to be a researcher one day. After the English class, I have a lab session. We do experiments. We wear white coats. It is very interesting. Time goes by very fast in the lab. At 4:30 p.m., my classes are finally finished. Now, the sun is starting to go down. I feel exhausted, Sarah says. I walk back to the bus stop. The bus is very crowded in the afternoon. Everyone is going home from work or school. I have to stand for most of the journey. My legs feel heavy. When I arrive at my stop, I walk slowly to my house. I see my neighbor and say hello. I open my front door. I drop my bag on the floor. I take off my shoes. It feels so good to be home. The day is not over yet. Sarah still has work to do. I rest for 30 minutes, she explains. I drink some water and sit on the sofa. Then I help my mother with dinner. We talk about our day while we cook. After dinner, I go to my room. I open my desk lamp. I have a lot of homework. I write a report for my lab session. I review the notes from the biology class. I study for about 2 hours. I try to be consistent. I don't want to leave everything for the weekend. Studying at night is quiet. No one disturbs me. Finally, it is time to relax. At 10 p.m. I stop studying, Sarah says. I close my books and my laptop. I like to wind down before sleep. I don't watch TV. I prefer to read a book. Sometimes I read a novel in English. It helps me learn new words in a fun way. I prepare my clothes for tomorrow. I set my alarm clock for 6:30 a.m. again. I think about my day. I feel grateful for my education. I know that university is hard, but it is a great opportunity. Why is Sarah a good student? It is not because she is a genius. It is because she has a system. She follows the same routine every day. She manages her time between study and rest. She knows when to work hard and when to laugh with friends. This is the secret of many successful people. They don't wait for motivation. They follow their routine. Sarah's day is busy, but it is organized. She is building her future, one day at a time. Now, think about your day. Are you a student? Or do you work? Your routine is the story of your life. If you want to improve your English, try to say your routine out loud. Use simple words like Sarah did. I wake up. I go. I study. You don't need difficult grammar to tell a great story. Start with the small things. The small things lead to big changes. Thank you for following Sarah's day on Storywise. We saw how she manages her time from morning until night. We learned words like snooze, commute, take notes, and wind down. University life is a journey, and learning English is also a journey. Be like Sarah. Be consistent and stay positive. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe. Share this video with a friend who is a student. Comment below. What time do you wake up for your study? Let's share our routines and learn from each other. Keep building, keep studying, and keep growing. See you in the next video.